Ain't no half stepping with Marcus. Jay, thank you so much for staying there with us. Getting a little bit of love from Big Rube. Big Rube's enjoying the music, which is a good thing. Anytime I get the approval of the co-owner of LegacyInternetRadio.com, that's a good day for me. But whatever, it's time to pay a few bills, and so stay with us. Got a few promos that we need to run before we move into our next segment. Stay with us. We got a couple of promos and a couple of bills to pay. We got a missing child that we need to get into as well. Stay with us. This is Marcus J of Legacy Internet Radio and proud member of Acacia Club 127. Please join us this Saturday, September 28th for a car wash and fish fry right here in Richmond, Virginia at the Jank Road Shell Station. The car wash starts at 9 a.m. and the fish fry starts at noon, $5 only. Bring your car, bring your family, bring the whole neighborhood. Get your car shined up, get yourself all ready for the party Saturday night that we know you're going to. And while that car is getting all shined up and looking good, enjoy some fried fish and fellowship with the brothers of Acacia Club 127. This Saturday, September 28th at the Jank Road Shell Station right here in Richmond, Virginia. Don't miss it. See you there.
Hi, my name is Priscilla Pender, Director of Operations for Striker Pose Modeling Studio and Awards Coordinator for Jersey City Fashion Week. Join us as we celebrate fashion with a purpose at the second annual Jersey City Fashion Week, September 25th through the 28th. We encourage everyone to come out and support a good cause. For more information and tickets, visit www.jerseycityfashionweek.com. Again, that's www.jerseycityfashionweek.com. A portion of the proceeds go to local charities in the Jersey City area. See you there.
This is Marcus J of Legacy Internet Radio, and this segment of our show is sponsored by the Doctor of Optometry, Dr. Euphemia Huggins-Williams, ODPC. She's my eye doctor, y'all, and she makes sure that everything is great and copacetic with my eyes, making sure I don't have any glaucoma, any cataracts, stigmatisms, or anything like that. So call her up at 804-327-1640, 804-327-1640, or drop by at 7124 Forest Hill Avenue, Suite B in Richmond, Virginia, 23225. She's got a great selection of stylish eyewear, takes all kinds of insurances. So definitely make sure you check out the Doctor of Optometry, Dr. Euphemia Huggins-Williams, ODPC, at 804-327-1640. That's 804-327-1640. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Thank you so much for staying with us at this time. As we do every single week, we profile a missing and/or exploited child. This week is a Kishara Corporal. She is missing since September 12, 2013. She's missing from Norfolk, Virginia, about 90 miles southeast of us here in the Richmond area. She's 5'1" with black hair and brown eyes. She's a black female. She is 5'1", 160 pounds. She was last seen on September 12, 2013 wearing her school uniform. She wears her hair in braided cornrows and has a chipped tooth. If you have seen Kishara Corporal, please contact the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children at their website, missingkids.com, or contact them by phone at 1-800-THE-LOST, 1-800-843-5678. Please bring home Kishara Corporal and all of our missing and/or exploited children. One of the promos that you guys heard as we were going through kind of paying our bills just a few minutes ago is from Jersey City Fashion Week, which is starting this week, culminating on Saturday. It's a great organization. It's a great event, and I encourage anybody in the Northern Virginia, Central Virginia, New Jersey area to participate. I have been honored to be asked to be honored on the Friday night portion of the show. So if you guys are in the area, in the Jersey City area, at New Jersey City University on Friday evening, they will be honoring yours truly. I've been honored to accept that the Person of Interest Award. So I look forward to seeing any of the listeners there. If you're a listener of Ain't No Half Step or Marcus J, come up and say hi to me so I can get an opportunity to meet some of the listeners. And I want to thank Priscilla Pender and Desha Jackson and all of the crew there, Jersey City Fashion Week, for thinking of me and bestowing such an honor on me. I look forward to meeting you guys this Friday night. All right, let's kind of move on with the rest of the show. We got SY. We got SY. What are you saying, SY?
We're proud of you.
Oh man, thank you. I appreciate it. It's something that I wasn't expecting, and I've never been honored by anybody for anything before in my life. So we joked about it when she called up, but it was definitely something that was humbling for me. It's my hometown.
Mine too.
Yeah, whatever. It's my hometown, Jersey City. It's my hometown of Jersey City, New Jersey. At the university, it's being held at a university that I did summer classes at. So I'll be on familiar territory. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm humble, and I even if you notice the whole time I'm talking, kind of stuttering through. I don't know how I'm going to stand up in front of people and talk because it's just a real humbling thing to be.
I have a favor.
What's your favor?
When you go, I need you to stop by Monteleone's.
Monteleone's?
Yes.
What the hell is that?
Oh my God, it's a bakery.
Ain't nobody going no bakery.
And they have the best red velvet cake.
Really?
Oh my God.
This one over here is spazzing, and this one over here talking with the thyroid eye, telling me about freaking cake. I don't care about no cake.
I do cake, girl.
No. This cake is so good.
Where is it at? What city is it in?
It's in Jersey City. Okay, I'm not sure what it is, but it's let me describe it, and I'm a girl.
All right,
so
sisters,
give me some space.
Sisters, because I know ain't no brothers in Jersey City listening care about no cake. Sisters, you in Jersey City, tell me about this place. What's it called?
Monteleone.
Monteleone.
And it's in the middle where there's nothing but parking around it. It's hard to park.
That narrows it down.
It's the major point. When you get off the Pulaski Highway.
Well, she clearly knows about Jersey City if she's going to say that.
If you get off Pulaski Highway, when you get off, you're right around the bend from it, coming from like Hillside, Union County.
Okay. Well, I just Googled them. And I see them here.
That cake is so good.
Yeah, they're downtown on Newark Avenue, so I know the area. So
yes,
and I will likely be in that area at some point during my time. So at the risk of picking on you, which I enjoyed doing. Well,
I'm a girl of travel. I'm sorry.
Excuse me. Anyway, let's kind of move on to the segment. Ain't no how Steppin with Marcus JSY. You got your segment. You want to talk to us in your wise segment. I won't tease it. We already teased it enough. Why don't you jump right on into it? What you got?
Well, I got a little common sense stuff that seems to be hard to come by. And I'm doing part 1 of a 2-part segment. And I really want some feedback. Now, I had a group of people help me out with this, and some of it I did. I looked up and tried to see if there was anything else I could find. But the part 1 is on how to keep your mate happy. And I don't know where Rube is, but I need him. And the first part tonight is going to be on how to keep your man happy. And we're going to keep in mind that every man is different. And, the best way to find out how to keep your man happy is, of course, to find out what the dude likes, doesn't like, ask a question. However, I'm going to start. The first thing.
Before you do that, we getting a hit about the Monteleone. Simone is in Jersey City, and she says it's official. So I'm guessing.
Thank you.
I'm guessing that's an.
Thank you, Simone.
I'm guessing that's an endorsement. So thank you, Simone, for listening. And we appreciate. Well, that's why I
do I get my slice? Do I get my piece of cake?
That's why I appreciate you co-signing. Anyway, whatever.
It's all right. Because I know it and you don't, and you from there.
I'm going to be waiting for my cake when you come back.
Y'all going to be waiting and starving if y'all waiting on me.
You going to bring my cake or you going to be the co-host?
I guess I'm going to need a co-host then. Ain't nobody thinking about no
cake.
I
need you. Thank God you're back.
Going to the store to get cake. Y'all worrying me about cake. Girl, tell us how to treat the man.
All right.
That's what
so here's number 1.
I've been waiting on this.
Read this again. I'm sorry.
Oh, you missed it. You were hiding out. He scared me, y'all. I'm not going to say how, but he scared me a little while ago. But the first part of my 2-part segment is how to keep your mate happy. This has been going around a lot, and we talked about it here briefly once upon a show. But tonight we're doing men first. How to keep your man happy.
I'm anxious to see this list.
I know you are. And the first one I have is ladies, know when to back off. And this one I actually got from one of the guys that was in my little group. Know when to back off. He says many girls assume that their men like affection all the time, like the kissing, like the hugging, like the sit up under you, hello Pookie Pookie, or Benny Boo Boo Boo. Is Ben listening?
Ugh.
You know. So
No, not tonight. He's not.
okay. So
He's been checking the podcast, but he hasn't been able to stay with us live yet.
Okay. So we have to remember that men like space.
Joy wants me to get the cake. I ain't thinking about that damn
I like
cake,
you, Joy. Thank you, Joy.
I ain't thinking about that damn cake,
Just
Joy.
get the cake, Marcus J. Get the cake, Marcus J.
I knew that was eventually. I knew eventually we was gonna get there. All right, let's stay on task because I'm wilding out right now.
Okay.
Right.
Now again, some men may find this attention a tad bit annoying. Don't make them feel clingy. Because now that you're starting to make them feel like you're so clingy and they're swamped and, we can't, why don't she back off? I feel a sweat down my back.
So you telling us?
You're going to let me finish?
I'm just asking a question.
Oh, okay.
I want to clarify. So
Which question?
You're telling us basically what your research has told you that what men want, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Is that all men?
No, this is not all men. This is a combination of men and women. It was even 3 and 3.
Okay. I got you.
Women know what I want.
Okay. We got you. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to let y'all know right now. This is not going to be gang up on her.
Ain't nobody
day.
ganging up on you.
I'm just
Girl,
letting
better
you know.
Give us your tips.
I'm just letting you know.
Hurry
I
up.
got some
mean,
Vaseline.
It's even outnumbered. Get off.
outnumbered.
Okay.
Not that it matters.
Yeah. Speaking to the mic, Brandy. Say it again. Say it
Very.
again. Because Brandy gets it. Yeah.
Especially the ones here.
Yeah. We get to the point type dudes. Like, thank
Well, I
you,
was
Brandy.
talking and you jumped
Brandy-
in. You got to remember
Brandy
this is
is
my segment.
awesome.
Then you need to stay on task then.
Boy.
Can I say something? Real
Okay.
quick? But it's for you. It's for you.
Okay.
This advice is for women, okay?
All right, then
So
I'm
let us hear
I
it.
thought I was trying to
Hey,
help you.
Rue,
Sorry, sex.
I'm cutting my mic off and I'm cutting your mic off.
Oh yeah.
Do we get rebuttal time?
We dancing, y'all. Okay.
Don't waste your time.
You're not
Dance and
talking.
get to
Your mic
talking.
is off. Your mic is off. Okay. So if you do that, the consensus is that he's going to start to feel defensive and fight for space. And that's going to push you away. It's going to be, oh, why are you not coming over? Or why are we not doing this? Things are going to seem different because now he's like, what have I got myself into? Because you won't let him breathe. So I need Ruben to turn on his mic and tell me what you think about that.
I mean, it all depends. I mean, for real. It depends how I feel. I don't mind the cuddle every now and then, but then sometimes brother needs a space, and I don't need to be like, but see, that's not a lot for me because I like the cuddle. However,
And you look all cuddly too.
I mean, but there is a boundary that, look, I love you, but I ain't trying to. You need to go do something else. Go find some friends.
Okay, Marcus.
I mean, cuddle time. I mean, it depends on how much I'm liking you that day. It really is that simple. If I'm not feeling you, then get the hell away from me. If we getting along great and I'm in a loving mood and ain't no game on, then it's cool. But I mean, if I'm not feeling, loving, then yeah, I'm gonna kind of need you to get away because you're gonna feel rejected by coming into me. Because I'm not wanting to be bothered. And I would be faking like I want to be bothered. Because I'll be honest with you, I mean, y'all been around me enough to know I kind of wear my emotions on my face. You can kind of see in my face how I feel.
Yep.
And so if you approaching me and you see that I don't want to be bothered, then don't freaking bother me.
Now, he also stated for us not to assume because they're home that it's free time for us to come hang around them if they're doing work, if they're working on a hobby. Like he said, don't even stand in the doorway because he can hear you breathing. He said, get out.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with this one.
Okay.
It depends what you coming to do. Because there are just some things that are just more important than me being on the computer. Looking up stuff.
Well, no, it may depend. In your defense, it may depend on what you're doing how important it is what you're doing. If you're just putting together your train set that you call a hobby, and I want to know, well, that's very important. That hole over there in the wall, you said you were going to fix it, you're going to get to that today or whatever. He's like, don't even stand in the doorway. He'll lock the door. He will keep us out.
Well, if you come at me like that, I'm going to lock the door too. When you going to fix it?
So if you're just playing on the computer.
Doing my thing.
So
you got to come at me correct. You can't come at me like, well, when you going to fix the wall then?
So what's correct? To come give you a hug, or to say, honey, what do you want for dinner? Or
you could just ask me like a normal question. Hey, I was wondering if you will be able to get to fix the wall today.
Okay.
If I say no, don't come back. Well, when you going to fix it? Shut down. Done.
What you say, Brandy?
I must be a dude, because I'm agreeing with them, right? I've had times when I just get away from me. Don't touch me. Just go somewhere. I have my times where I'm playing on the computer. I don't want to be. I'm going to cook. Leave me alone. For right now, let me have my space.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Charisma.
I'm a dude too, and I'm a dude when comes to when he's away from me too. Like you guys have heard me talk on the show about, I need my little physical space. Like I need you to go somewhere for the weekend, for real. That's why I'm not sure I'm fit for marriage, because you kind of got to see that person every day. But yeah, I mean that's how it's set up.
Okay. I mean, the thing is, I think everybody needs to learn to respect each other's boundaries and give each other, I like to sometimes exaggerate my points to kind of make the points, but the reality is I am personally an emotional guy. And so, when
I just want to hug you.
I'm a huggy type of person when it's time and appropriate. I like all of that kind of stuff, but I also like Brandy and Charisma, I like my space as well. And if you're gonna be with someone, you need to learn how to either one, see the triggers and learn behaviors. If you're seeing that a person that you're with, that you supposedly know, is not feeling you, then go away.
Okay.
Like really go away. But if you see that they're inviting and they're appreciative, then everything's cool. And that's not a gender thing. That's a male, female. That's a male or a female thing. But I think where a lot of times people get it messed up is people don't pay attention to what the needs of the partner is. Right. If the partner is telling you verbally or telling you with nonverbal cues what they need, and you choose, out of your own selfishness to not, do those things, then you're subject to whatever kind of behavior you get in return. Because it may be, organic. They may just be not feeling you, and how they relate to you might just be how they feel, or they might be putting on a show like, I'm mad at him or I'm mad at her, so I'm going to ignore them on purpose. Like you don't really know, and so you kind of got to pay attention. You got to pay attention, and I think oftentimes people don't pay attention. I think oftentimes, we get into blaming each other.
Hopefully tonight, we'll have some people being a little more aware. I'm going to have some love happening tonight.
Yeah. Well,
next. Oh, all right. Yeah, well.
We'll see.
Okay. The next thing is, now, ladies, we have to understand that we are not dealing with the sharpest tack in the box. So.
I got to go. I feel something coming.
So, no, this is a good thing. Okay. So you have to remember that it's going to happen. When they say something or they do something and they don't pay attention to your feelings for what they said or have done, do not, whatever Marcus, do not keep it to yourself. And this was a consensus. Everybody was like, they agree. Do not keep it to yourself. Do not scream out and yell about, you did this, you did that, blah, blah, blah. Baby, you did X, Y, Z, or you said such and such, and I felt this way about it. Keep your mic. I felt this way about it. You want to say it and you want to get it out the way, because if you hold it and you keep it to yourself, now you're going to have some sort of resentment walking around. He's going to notice this, and when he says, what's wrong with you? You know what you said. You know what you did.
You get that, or you might get nothing,
Or nothing.
which is worse. Or
So-
whatever. Because you can see that it's something even though you're saying nothing. And if you say, you know what you did, and I really don't know what I did, I mean, either way, you know, you got a miscommunication.
So you want to speak to him. You want to
Yeah.
let him know exactly what's on your mind. You want to let him know what hurt your feelings for whatever reason it was. You don't want to be, you definitely need to cool off. And you don't want to yell and scream. You don't want to be aggressive because it's going to make him defensive.
People
And
get
now
mushed
what's
that
wrong
way.
with you? Yeah. So, what do you think, Marcus? You got something on your face that looks like a super sour lemon.
No, I just, I agree with you. I mean, because, the reality is ain't nobody around here mind reader. You ain't a mind reader. I ain't a mind reader. And so if I tell you what's going on with me, I expect you to tell me what's going on with you. And if there's no reciprocation there, then how you supposed to be able to get along?
If you say nothing to me,
Then it's
nothing.
Because see, we talked about this kind of before when we talked about how you get an opportunity to say what you're going to say. And if you don't say it, then it's a wash. We done moved on. You know what I'm saying? And if you mad about something, then spit it out.
Yep.
If you ain't got nothing to say, then we moving on and it's cool.
What you think, Rube?
I'm not sure if I heard this. Can we add on to the point? Don't wait till 2 weeks to say it.
Oh, that's
Like just Marcus just said,
That's
because, I'm telling you, I'm with Marcus. If you don't tell me, don't bring it up 2 weeks later. 2 weeks later, I'm like, what are you talking about?
Unless it happens again.
I mean, but I can't remember what happened yesterday. So you expect me to remember what I did
And
2 weeks ago? Man, you just fought that losing battle.
What's up, Brandon?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times people internalize the things that upset them, and so they don't say nothing. And then when they finally do say something, it's like all the stuff from before.
Yeah, it all comes forward now.
It all comes out at one time, and then you snap. And then you snap in a way that kind of puts off your partner, and your partner's like, whoa, what just happened here? And then the partner gets put with, you did this, you did this, you did this. It's like, oh, damn, I really did do all of that stuff, but I wish you would have told me so I could either not do it or be aware that I'm doing it. If I'm aware and I'm doing it, then that's kind of on me.
Right.
But if I'm not aware I'm doing it, then
How
it's
you gonna
on
know?
you.
But I dropped you hints. Yo, we're adults here.
Yeah.
If you like the toilet seat down, you need to tell me you like toilet seat down. Or I'm just going to keep doing the way I do it. It is what it is.
I never did get the toilet
What you gonna
seat
say,
down.
bro?
Well, no. I'm just using that as an example.
No, I got you.
I'm using that as an example, not exactly the toilet seat thing. But I'm just saying.
My thought is, if you're a dude, you go and you need it up, half the time, and if you're a chick, you need it up none of the time. So 3 out of the 4 times you're in the bathroom, it needs to be down. Brothers, put the seat.
Well,
down.
I was shocked this week and it went down.
Brothers, put the seat down.
Yeah,
I was
but
like,
if I keep
look what
leaving
you
it
did,
up,
look what you did.
but I keep leaving it up, and then you mad about it, and then it comes out some stupid conversation 2 weeks later. It's like, yo, why didn't you tell me that when it started to happen? I'm just saying.
Put the seat all the way. Close it all the way.
One thing that we haven't done the whole night is given the phone number to people who want to call us up. 804-402-2893. The time is about 8:30. We got Socially Conscious Talk that's entertaining with humor. So we're glad that you're with us. We got the relationship segment. SY is hitting us up with the whys. And, of course, the Dating Pool Diva is here to hit us up with the Diva Diaries coming up in the next segment for the balance of the show. SY.
I was trying to get Brandy's comment.
Well, I was just gonna say, put the seat down all the way, then we don't have that problem. But
Yeah, I
whatever.
agree with that. I totally.
Just
I'm
close
like
it completely.
I'm like the dude that's like, what is the problem with the toilet seat, fellas? Like, put the shit down. Like, really?
Charisma.
I don't get it.
You've been trained that since you
No,
were a
don't do
child.
that.
Come on.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
What, the word trained?
I ain't been trained. I don't want to fall in no more than you do.
But your mother never told you as a young man to
No,
put
that
the
was
seat
never
down?
there was never something that I dealt with because the seat was always down in my house. My father wasn't somebody who left the seat up. My brother was not somebody who
So
left
they
the
taught
seat up.
you from
but
modeling,
it's
right?
I won't say that it's training. I don't like the way you said training. You know what I mean?
But I mean, it's just
I ain't like how you
learned
said
behavior
it.
from
I ain't like how you
childhood.
said it.
Well, I'm sorry you didn't like
I
how I
ain't like
said
how-
it, but that's
I-
how I said
You
it.
I
did,
ain't like
you
how
did
you
say
said
it
it.
kind of crass, though.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry.
I ain't like how you
we
said
came
it.
out the womb knowing that we supposed to have a seat
But
down.
I'm not taking it
You
back.
was trained. No, but this is what you said.
I'm
You was
sorry I
trained.
hurt
You
your
was
feelings.
trained. Right?
Well, I
You
mean,
was
you heard
trained.
my-
Right.
Okay, so
you
we're
heard
gonna
my
move on.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just expressing the
Hey,
point.
Rue. She
Yeah.
looked at me and was like, "You was trained."
I know, right?
You know what I mean? Neck rolling and stuff like y'all black girls do.
Like you got a collar or something on.
You might want to turn off your mic.
At the same
Like y'all black girls
You might
do.
want to turn off your
Neck
mic.
rolling and stuff. That's why they think y'all angry.
Okay. Watch it. Put up the sign. I roll my neck if you don't like it.
I just turn and walk away.
Ain't no I'll start with them. I ain't scared of y'all, for real.
We're not afraid of you.
I don't want you to be scared of me.
We're not afraid of you.
Hey, that's why. Can you go ahead? Thanks.
What?
Sometimes you gotta know when to cut Marcus off. And
Okay.
Just move.
So now
there'll be no cutting off.
The next thing we want to do, and this was also from, well, no, this one was actually from a girl.
Oh God.
Don't assume that some of the nice things or the favors that you do in a relationship, and yes, you can do a favor in a relationship, okay, are considered subservient, and he would think differently of you. And I had the same look until it was explained. And it says that, I'm going to read it carefully because I was told not to mess anything up.
Just read it.
The simple act of doing a favor or two does not make you a subservient woman. It makes you a caring woman. And examples are given as, let's say your man comes home, he's had a hard day, he's tired, or he just passes out like, the world is on his shoulder, something's wrong and he's upset about it. Then what you want to do is leave him to himself, let him come down from the day. When everything is over, if you want to do something nice like make his favorite meal or bring his favorite snack or do the laundry on the day that he's supposed to do it, or go out when you know something is wrong, like let's say Tuesday is his days to go pay whatever bills that you have, and the world is down, get up and go do those things, take care of those things. It doesn't make you look like a sucker, as one of them said, to do them. It's easy, and it's part of being in the relationship.
Okay. All right.
I'm looking for Ruben because he's just throwing stuff and making faces and like, what the? And we had that segment already. So what's up?
I mean, I'm like really trying to find words because I don't understand why a woman who does something positive for the person that she loves, or a man does something positive for the person he loves, is looked at as subservient.
Well, now, there was one person who said if there's an agreement in her household, there's an agreement with her mate that these are the things that we're going to do, regardless of what happens. If I have to do mine, he's going to do his. I'm not breaking down and I'm going to go and take care of this for whatever reason. Because today he's going to do it. He's going to do it next month. He's going to do it again. He's going to do it again. And it's going to turn into her job, and it's not her job.
Then is that a relationship or an agreement?
Well, I don't know what to think about that.
I mean,
I'm not going to get into that.
But
right. But, there are little things that we do. Male does for female, female does for male. Personally, I don't really care what the things are. I have no problem. But apparently there are girls that do.
Well, I mean, I guess it's the way you phrase it as a quote unquote favor. What? You're in a relationship together. There are just some things sometimes you got to pick up from where your partner needs your help at, and vice versa. Mm-hmm. Now, if it's all one-sided, then that's a different situation. But if it's back and forth, I don't understand why it should make anybody feel subservient. There's no now. I don't understand that. Because if you're in this relationship together, everything is together. You get it done, or
now here's
whatever.
what happened that brought up the subservient. When I bring a plate for dinner, I'll say sit down and I'll take the plate. I'll bring you the plate, or I will take the plate and put the plate in the sink. And they're like, you what? I don't see, but they saw a problem with that. Why can't he get up and put the plate in the sink? Or why can't he just get their own plate? When you fix it, just say chow's on. That's not me. I will actually take your plate. Oh no, go sit down. Go, I got it. Go sit down, and plates on the table or wherever you want to sit.
Keeping tabs of this stuff.
Oh, there are people that do. So
my question was, who really cares and who is keeping tabs of this stuff?
I think there's some really messed up relationships, and I think that's where they're coming in.
Real talk. You know the sexiest thing what we can do when you at like an event.
Clean your house.
Nah, well that too. But when you at an event like family reunion or something like that, and she brings her man a plate. Yo, that's sexy. And best believe he needs to take care of that when you get home.
What's wrong, Marcus?
That's just me. I mean, because if that happened to me, I would
be bringing in your plate. Huh? Oh, guess what I'm getting when I get.
That's right. You getting the good stuff, girl.
Marcus, what's wrong?
Here's what I think. I think that people in relationships need to have no boundaries when it comes to doing for who they with. If your mate needs something, then you need to do it. Period.
Yep.
We don't need to discuss it. We don't need to analyze it, and none of that kind of stuff. If this is what your mate's needs are, male or female, this is what the needs are, then it needs to get done, period. And once you start getting into, well, I don't want to do that, but I'll do this, that's when you start getting into resentment and all of that kind of stuff. That's the first thing. As far as, doing favors, I honestly believe, and this is going to sound chauvinistic, but I swear I don't mean it this way, but I think that males and females are hardwired into the stereotypical gender-based roles. And when you see a sister bring a brother his plate, that is her showing love and affection for him. He needs to respond accordingly, and he needs to show her that he appreciates that she's doing that for him. Because if he doesn't, eventually she's going to get to the point where she's like, why am I doing this? Which is where you get the whole idea that has come up about favors, and the whole attitude that you get with some sisters, like, well, why did you bring him his plate? Why he can't get his own plate? Don't worry about what that sister's doing for her man. That's why you ain't got a man, sister. You know what I mean? That's kind of what my response would be. But I hold firm on, if you have this barrier up about all of these things that you won't do,
right,
then you're setting yourself up.
The relationship won't.
It's not going to be positive. You're gonna have one person, who is going to be disillusioned and resentful, and that's going to come out in a relationship. And I think that's important. I think we're hardwired. We can talk about chauvinistic men and women's lib and all that stuff, but if you strip all that bullshit aside and you just get into the individual relationship with a man and a woman with nobody else around, it's just him and her, I think we are hardwired into the stereotypical gender roles. And as long as everybody respects what their role is and what it is that you do for your mate, then you're going to be happy. If it's a situation like I and I don't think that Carlton Banks would feel bad about me calling him out here, but Carlton Banks does the cooking in his house. He does the cooking in his house. Mrs. Banks doesn't do the cooking. Carlton Banks does the cooking. That's how it works in that house. And I know this because I've been around them. He clowns me because I don't cook. You know what I'm saying? So, because that's just not something that I do. I'm sure I do things that he won't do. So I think that we get caught up into this, men are supposed to do this and women are supposed to forget all of that. You need to do what you got to do. That's the face, Brandy, that you were saying, because when you start talking about, I won't do this and this is not this is not favors, and I'm only going to do this because it's a favor. That's when you get in it. That's when you're getting into a real tricky area, Diva.
Well, can I go back a little bit to where we were talking about communicating when there's an issue, when your feelings are hurt? Okay, I had something to say, but I'm saying it now. Sometimes people wait to say whatever they got to say because they feel like it's petty, it's little stuff, and maybe I shouldn't say anything because then I'll get on his nerve with this little petty stuff. But the more that petty stuff builds up over time, the bigger it becomes.
Yeah, I personally would think it can't be petty if it's going to pick at you.
Right.
Because if it's going to keep picking at you and, he's going to feel that irritation. You might as well go ahead and get it off your chest.
Right. I agree. You definitely need to communicate. But I think that's the reason why a lot of people, not just male-female relationships, but just any type of relationship, sometimes you have an issue with a person and you don't say anything because you're figuring, oh, that person gonna say it's petty or whatever.
Okay.
But
So I've got a few more. Everybody agrees, don't lie. Just don't lie in your relationship. The biggest problem with lying in a relationship is not that if you tell one lie, you're going to tell another lie and another lie, and all your lies are going to babysit each other until they blow up in your face. But who are you honest with? You know, above all, you know, try to stay true to yourself. Start that way and keep your relationship that way. Let your mate know who you are. Let him know who he is dealing with. Finally, and I know you guys have been waiting for this one, but don't even think about withholding sex. Now, if you get mad at something personally, don't take it to the bedroom. Don't do it. Oh, Brandy, grab the mic. Don't take it to the bedroom. If you have a problem, get it off your chest. Deal with it. Get it over with. Put it in the past. What you should be doing is spicing that room up, learning something new, honing your skills, whatever you got to do.
Let me ask you a question, and I'll just ask the ladies. Whose responsibility is it to have the sex life be spicy? Is it his responsibility?
No, I think it's
is it
both.
hers responsibility?
I think it's both of you. I think both the male and the female is responsible for your sex life. I don't think it's the girls. But it tends to be more so on the female's part with this problem because you hold stuff in. Okay, you get mad about something, or maybe if you did have a blowout, you know, you want to get mad, I'll fix you, and then you go to bed. You're the one who's not going to sleep at night. You're the one who's like got that banging in your head. That boy is snoring, he's sleeping, he's fine. That's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Ruben.
What's your thoughts, bro?
Quick.
I guess my biggest question is that I feel like that I've seen a lot of relationships, not mine, a lot of relationships become desensitized to sex and quote unquote making love.
That's too bad.
I mean, whose fault? I mean, you know, whose fault is that? Because once one partner, which I'm sorry, usually it's the women, shut it down. It's I mean, getting that open is like breaking into Fort Knox.
But you know, sometimes being there isn't being present.
Yep.
I mean, you know, I'm seeing all three of y'all all nod your heads. I mean, which one? Just yep.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're in a relationship, no matter what's happening in our relationship, good or bad, when we communicate, we all need to pay attention to it. We all need to listen and store it. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense if I'm gonna talk and you're looking past me. It doesn't matter because I know now all you're hearing is wah, 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 wah.
Right.
You know.
So, Diva, when I said being there is not being present, you had this look on your face. What was that look?
yeah, I mean, I was just basically agreeing that, you know, sometimes you're not there. I've actually been asleep and it's happened. I mean, you know, sometimes you're just not with the person emotionally. And, you know, asleep, like snoring. You're having a good old time. You know what I'm saying? Just because we having sex doesn't mean I'm emotionally there with you.
Oh my.
So then why are you there?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm there because I love that person, but maybe there's something going on in the relationship where there's a problem.
But I can tell you from a man's perspective that that's not good enough.
This is a problem.
Yeah, that's a huge problem.
Yeah.
It's not good
This
enough.
is a big problem.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you even came out with because I love that person and that person is having some activity going on without you.
Right.
You're not involved in any way,
I'm
shape,
asleep.
or form other than just being
I'll
masked.
be honest
That's
with
the problem.
you. I would prefer to not do it than to do it with someone that's not present. You gotta be present, and if you're not present, then I'd rather.
Oh, that's too bad. That I don't like that.
I mean, you know, because at some point you grow beyond just, you know, the physical need. I mean, this we're adult radio. We got some kids listening, but the reality is, the physical needs you can handle your own self. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need somebody for that. And so, if we're talking about being present, being there and being present, like you gotta act like you want to be there. And if you don't act like you want to be there, then
why you there?
You going to sleep?
There all day long.
Really?
Okay, well let me
you said you were snoring.
Let me go deeper into that.
Please.
This is bedtime. Okay, we finished doing this before we went to sleep. Why are you still poking at me at 4 a.m.? This has been an issue and has been presented by me several times before. So who is not listening to whose needs?
And I am not cutting that.
Well, that's the situation.
But he's not listening to my needs. My needs is to sleep at that
then
moment.
You need to roll.
Yeah,
I don't agree.
The reason why you need to roll is because the reason why people have the physical after a while is because they want to feel that connection with that person. So, because like Marcus J said, the physical becomes a non-factor. Having the act of
the physical connection
of coitus is about the mental, the emotional connection that you have with that person. If you're not having that with that person, then you're just wasting. It's just time being wasted.
We getting a hit in social media. Tanisha's listening to us and said, withholding sex is punishment for you both. That's not smart. Sex is not only the fun, but it's the communication between in an intimate moment. Sex can be a barrier breaker and a tension reliever. Yep. Sex is a form of nonverbal communication and many times can help with verbal communication.
It's verbal, girl.
I use that sometimes to break the ice and it works. The reality is, and it's not just the sisters that do it. It's the majority of the sisters, but it's not just the sisters and brothers do this too. But, the reality is if the sexual communication between two people is not satisfactory for both people, it absolutely will find its way in every single aspect of your relationship. And you will find small things that you used to be able to overlook becoming major problems, to the point where it could potentially destroy your relationship. And so again, it's not about the brothers and sisters, it's about people in general. You need to figure that out, because if you can't figure that out, you could be doing irreparable damage to your relationship.
Man, wake me up all day. I'm gonna just go through this real fast, no comments, and then we're gonna just go. Just quick tips, throughout the conversation. The guys don't like it when we talk at them or down to them. And they feel that if we, for some reason, are holding down the household, we tend to talk at them or talk down to them. If we make more, they don't like it. So just speak evenly. Talk to your mate, not at your mate. Men like it if you look good. You don't have to go out and, buy this brand new head to toe outfit, get a brand new hairdo, but clean up, look the way you look when the man met you. And we're not going to go into weights and pounds and all that stuff like we did last week, but don't look, like I got them already. Let me throw my sweatpants and my socks with a hole in them.
Race.
No, not for these dudes. If you disagree on something, it's going to happen in a relationship. There's no need to fight about it. Disagreements are good. It's a learning session for you both. Okay. One thing one guy did not like is cuddly names, he called them, in public. So don't do them. He wants us girls to make sure that in public they're the king. There's no poo-poo and none of that. So, with all of that being said, nicknames, Boo Bear, all that kind of stuff. With all those things being said, girls, women, with everything that we do, try to remember to remain true to yourself. You're the most important person, because if you foul yourself by trying to make someone else happy, you've lost yourself and you've ruined the relationship that you thought you were trying to get. Just do the best you can. Again, every man this is not for. The best way to find out what your man likes is to ask your man what he likes.
How Steppin with Marcus J. Wise. I'm glad we did that. We're going to get into the ladies next week. So next week we got the ladies. We getting a hit on social media. Memphis is listening to us. Memphis says that sometimes people fall out of love. I totally agree with that. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. We're gonna take a break. Brandy is in here losing her damn mind. Nobody knows why she's laughing, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out during the break. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. When we come back, we got the dating pool divas gonna lead us in the Diva Diaries for the balance of the show. Marcus J. Ain't no half stepping. Be back in a few minutes.